Yo, how's it going, guys? This is our first competitive layout for the map Dome. I'm going to try to go as quickly as possible because the last time I recorded ended up 5 minutes. So I have objective A, the headquarters. They're going to be a guy on wooden ledge. You're going to either have a team cap or, 2 or 3 more like cap in it. Once that's done, you're going to have the guy on the ledge, guy left and right, and the pink is showing where their point of view at. And the guy, the top left, will be covering the hallway. The guy in the bottom right will be covering both ways from 2 entrances, so is the guy to the left. That's capture A. Now the yellow line is the proper exits going around in a circular map, and that's the best way to go. It's the recommended. Now up to B, let's say it's spawn as a B. You're going to have a guy in the corner in the hallway, if you can see him, right in the corner. That will be covering a little bit towards the outside and more to the left. Now there's going to be a guy in the headquarters, the top right, covering in front of the other guy in the bottom right. Those will be covering the exits. Now there's going to be the fourth guy out to the right. That's the guy in the corner next to the little shipment right there, covering the outside mostly. That would probably be the kill feed whore, or you know what I mean. So now moving on to the recommended spot to objective C. Going through that way from the arrow, you're going to either stop by moving on like the little green, that's until the HQ shows, so you could probably stop there until you go to cap C, which is right behind that Humvee, if you can see him, towards the middle of the map. Now you're going to run to C. Now the headquarters, this is a little bit difficult. There's going to be a guy behind the little barricade towards the right of the dome. If you can see, he'll be pointing from the outside the way you both came in, where you all came in. And then there's a guy in the bottom of that little circle in the middle of the dome. There's a C guy. He will be either proning or standing, moving back and forth to cover the both exits. That would be again the kill feed guy. Now the guy on top of the headquarters will be standing or crouched on that and will be covering both ways as well. Now there's going to be another guy. He's in the outside towards the middle of objective C and objective D. He'll be head glitching behind that to the right. Now for objective D, it's going to be towards the left. If you see him in the corner, that will be for the objective D, covering the dome, because they do spawn in the dome. That will be the only guy going to be poking out from the outside until he dies. There's going to be a guy on top of the chair in the little top left of that room, and another guy right next to him covering both ways and everything. And that is 3. And then the fourth guy would be in the bottom left inside objective E. He'll be covering the outside from that way, so they'll be coming from the tank down. That will be the guy to pick him off. Now if that guy dies, the guy from either next to each other would probably move to his spot. Now from objective E, recommended spot going that way, if it spawns there, there's going to be a guy covering the top of the staircase, and the guy right next to him covering the D objective spot, where they'll be coming in from the dome as well. You wouldn't want to go too deep into there, because your teammates need cover. And then there's going to be a guy to the top right, if you can see him, from the entrance, right next to the entrance. That guy will be covering the stairs back up, and he can either poke in and poke out to cover the spawns, because they will be spawning from objective A. And you can see above E, the little green, that is until the HQ shows. That's optional if you want to camp there too when you're covering E or D. But yet again, you have to have complete accuracy for this, because if you miss, you're going to get easily picked off. Now, until the HQ shows, there's a guy behind the tank you can have there until the HQ shows up. And then there's a guy in the little Humvee, like I mentioned before, when you're going outside of B. Alright guys, if I pretty much cleared up everything up, and I'll be making more of these every now and then. So, hope you enjoyed.